What's up, everybody? It's Keithy once again. You're watching Ghost Cult Magazine's Top 10 Books of 2020. That's right, you've been read by the staff of Ghost Cult Magazine. Use your mind and read some books. Life is much more important than just whatever's on Twitter or social media. Without further ado, here's our list. For an honorable mention, we're going to start things off with Skillet's book Eden 2, the incredible sci-fi graphic novel follow-up to their successful Eden 1, which launched in 2019 and which we covered at New York Comic Con, which did not happen this year. Eden 2 continues the story of Eden 1, and you definitely want to check it out if you love graphic novels, science fiction, zombie apocalypses, and other types of books like this. They did a great job. They wrote themselves into the story, and it's not even remotely corny. It's super cool. You can check out our interview with John at this link, which actually talks all about those books. Number 10 is a tie, because we cheat whenever possible. Alan Robert of Life of Agony put out several books this year, but two in particular: The Beauty of Horror Volume 4, his adult coloring book, and Haunt This Journal, which came out for Halloween. Alan, you know, we're huge Life of Agony fans. We're huge fans of Alan's incredible artwork. He drew and created comic books for many years, and now he's got this incredible New York Times best-selling adult coloring book series, and now the journal, as well as his tarot cards. The guy is on a huge roll, and he can't be stopped. Please support Alan. You can catch his stuff at the link below, mostly from his Amazon store and his website. Number 9, Doomed to Fail by J.J. Anselmo. This is one of the best books we've ever read on the subject of doom, sludge, and extreme heavy metal. J.J.'s a drummer in a band from Denver, some underground bands you might know, and he wrote this incredible, loving book. I told somebody personally, you know, that Sleep is one of my favorite bands. Everybody comments on this Sleep patch on my vest. And the 13 pages he wrote alone on just Sleep and High on Fire are some of the best writing in the genre this year. And that means every website, even ours. So shout out to JJ. Great book, Doomed to Fail. Pick it up for the extreme and underground heavy music fan in your life. Number 8, Jeremy Saffer's incredible book, Daughters of Darkness. 12 plus years in the making of his incredible expose of shooting models in black metal corpse paint, an incredible mix of photography and black metal culture and vision. He also put out a 2 LP series with Season of Mist Records of all their black metal music. Amazing. Great job by Jeremy. We interviewed him in a 2-part series for this book. You can pick this up at his website or Rare Bird Books. Rare Bird Books. Can't say that. Rare Bird Books. Rubber, baby, buggy, bumper. Rare Bird Books, and pick up this incredible book. We reviewed it on our site, but definitely purchase it from the link below. Number 7, Michael Centrone, How Much Is Self-Worth? His first book ever, an incredible little collection of stories. We're going to interview Michael soon for the book. New York City metalers know Michael from many bands he's been in, but definitely a book worth picking up here at the end of the year. It's a little shorter reading than some of the other books we have, and it's not fancy with photos like some of the other books, but definitely a fascinating study and interesting read. Number 6, Jordan Blum, Dream Theater, Every Album, Every Track. The third book in Jordan's series about Dream Theater. Among his other books about prog bands, I believe he has a book coming out next year on Opeth. Jordan's a great journalist and writer in the prog world. He's done press releases and album liner notes for bands. He writes for a lot of websites, and generally a great guy. We've interviewed him for the Dumb and Dumbest podcast put out by Ghost Cult Mag. And Jordan's incredible. If you're a big Dream Theater fan or you got a big prog nerd in your life, they want this book analyzing Dream Theater's entire catalog. Definitely worth it for the diehard fan. Number 5, Don DeLamont's Southeast of Heaven. That's the title. Don is the author and writer of The Great Southern Brain Fart Blog. He's been doing it for many, many years, over a decade. His book details his entire life as a metal fan, stories from his childhood, a lot of reminiscences of his family, especially his father, who was hugely influential to him and his taste in music. And Don talks about his entire career and his love of music. This is a great read. If you're from the southeast of the United States, if you're a fan of heavy metal, you will love this book. Number 4, Jessie May's Money Hacks for Metalheads and Old Millennials. Jessie May is the author of Alternative Control blog. She's also in a bunch of bands like Turkey Vulture and Owlmaker, and she wrote this incredibly useful and imperative book anybody who's in a band or really a small business or just trying to unfuck your life financially like I am, she wrote this book for you. This is practical, real money advice that she researched, had an actual CPA validate and check, and this book is essential. And if you're trying to have a band and make it, air quotes, in 2021, you need this book. This was a 10 of 10 for me in my personal review. It's one of the best books put out ever on the subject of finances in the music world, and certainly one of the best books in 2020. Number 3, John Zazula's Heavy Tales. That's right, the founder of Megaforce Records, John Zazula, co-founded with his wife Marsha, is the legend of music. His vision and drive discovered bands like Metallica, helped put Anthrax and Metallica on the map, King's X, countless other bands that came through the Megaforce label. John is a legend, came from nothing in the Bronx. Shout out Eastchester Projects in the Bronx, just like me from the Bronx. And John is a legend. His story is incredible, and some of the stuff he pulled off was just absolutely insane and crazy and hard to believe it even happened, but it happened to him. He tells it in his own words, and if you're a fan of the history of heavy metal and thrash, you need to pick up this book. Number 2 should be no surprise, Confess by Rob Halford. That's right, Rob Halford's memoir finally came out in 2020, and it's not just a page turner, it's a barn burner. Rob's story is nothing short of incredible. He came from nothing in Birmingham, England. He was a trendsetter of fashion. He was an icon in so many ways. He was the first metal superstar to come out as gay. An incredible story. The ups and downs, the peaks and valleys of his whole life story are here, and you definitely want to pick this up. Not just a Mega Priest fan, not just if you're a heavy metal fan. Everybody in the metal world should pick up this book. We've reached the time for number 1. The number 1 book of the year from Ghost Cult Magazine is nothing short of incredible, and it is Michael Alago'S Memoir. I am Michael Alago, breathing music, signing Metallica, and beating death. Michael's life story is nothing short of incredible. Came from the streets of Brooklyn as a young kid, came up in the New York music and punk and metal scene, and then went on to an incredible career in the music industry, which he signed Metallica and made them into the juggernaut that they are today. He discovered White Zombie. He worked with Metal Church, Flotsam and Jetsam, countless other bands that he helped, guide, shepherd, put on the map, produced records. It's an incredible life story. You probably know Michael from the documentary film Who the Fuck Is That Guy?, which you can watch on Amazon. It was on Netflix for years. You should buy it or rent it. You should buy this book. It's on Amazon Kindle. You can buy the hard copy as well. The book is amazing. We cover Michael heavily for this. We love this book. This book is a really life-affirming, incredible story, and you don't want to miss it. That's our countdown. We made it through 10, the 10 books of the year from GhostCultMag.com. All the links are below to buy and support these authors. Please, if you have any money to spare, check them out. Some of these books are on Amazon Kindle for your reader or your Nook or your whatever. But definitely get your reading on. Get away from these social media channels and open up your mind, goddammit. I'm Kiwi from Ghost Cult Mag. Thanks for watching.